Valley, a little town next to water springs, because here the climate is very dry, except for 3 months of the year we have here rain, winter. And so the Canaanites, because it was such a serene place, named the place Jerusalem, which means city of peace. And then began all the wars, because everybody wanted the water. And so in the Bible we know the Kenizzites, Amalekites, Midianites, Moabites, Jebusites all fought the Canaanites until 4,000 years ago when the Israelites arrived. Abraham came here, he tried to sacrifice his son, but he failed because God said...
Where did Abraham come from?
Abraham came from the Persian Gulf, from a place called Ur of the Chaldees.
It's part of what country now?
Persia, Iraq. It's
Iraq,
right
okay.
in the Gulf of Persia.
Okay, thank you.
Please do me a favor, come over there because a big Russian contingent is coming. The Russians are coming. Come here. Excuse me, I will give you time for pictures. Please. It would be a pity you should know the history. So while Abraham tried to sacrifice his son, an angel of God said, no, there is a ram. And so Abraham changed course of history from human sacrificial to animal sacrificial, and he left the city. 3,000 years ago, King David conquered Jerusalem, and David established here the capital of Israel. David wrote here the book of Psalms, Tehillim in Hebrew, which is the holiest prayer book. David, quite interesting, declared Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and he died in Jerusalem without being permitted to build the temple because his hands were stained with blood. So he had a son, very clever man, which really was a pacifist, and therefore his name was Shlomo, from the word shalom, which means peace, and you call him in English Solomon. Solomon never fought. He had a wonderful habit. He married the daughters of his adversaries. And when you read carefully the Bible, Solomon was married with 1,001 wives. Yes.
Good
so
man,
we
good
historians, we make fun. We say he exported mothers-in-law. Okay, as long as Solomon lived, everything was perfect, and the temple was built, and Jerusalem was one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And this was in the year 962 before Christ. But when Solomon died, his son Rehoboam divided the country in two. In the north, 10 tribes were Israel, and here was Judea. In the year 722, the entire land was conquered. The entire land of Israel was conquered by Assyria, by Sanherib. And the 10 tribes were dispersed, and we lost them. And in those days, many people settled all the way in Cochin. And
When did
we
12
lost
in total?
722 BC.
Tribes.
The 10 tribes were lost.
BC?
BC, yes. And we lost with the same occasion the Holy Ark of the Covenant, which was never recovered.